Hi guys, my name's Adelaide and welcome to Adelaide Stitches. This is my YouTube channel where I talk about cross stitch and a bit of knitting, and today a crafty day out. Today it is October the 6th. It is day 6 of my 31 days of Halloween stitching, and I just have to say I'm having an absolute blast. Halloween stitching is just so fun. I might even be as bold to say it is my favourite, but we'll see. We'll see when we get to Christmas or summer or mermaid or all the other themes I do. I'll probably say that then too. But anyway, at the moment, Halloween's my favourite. I am loving it. And let me show you where I got up to yesterday. So my main project I'm working on for 31 days of Halloween is Stitch Witch by Tiny Modernist. And I'm really hoping to get her finished this month. And so far I'm on track. So here is where I got up to. Isn't she cool? I yesterday filled in all this, and I actually do have even a wee ghosty. Can you see him? Doesn't he look cool? Now, as you notice, when I pull back, he does fade in a little bit. So I have a choice. I can backstitch him like the moon, but I have to say I'm really not loving the moon, and I'm thinking about undoing my backstitch. So maybe I will and just leave them white. And if you see them close up, like the skull and the ghost, you will see them. But if you see them further back, you won't see them. Because when you look at a picture of the model, that's how they are. And I still love her and think she's gorgeous. And now we've got the extra detail. I need to put the backstitch in for the spiders and the pins. But getting some letters and some leaves, I feel like she's really coming together. She's really witchy. My Stitch Witch. So yeah, really happy. Love stitching on her. She's such fun. I'm using the Cord 4 DMC. This is 28 count Lugana, hand dyed by me, and I did 382 stitches yesterday. So I am up to 2,964 out of 12,274, and I'm up to 24.15%. So today when I work on her, I should cross 2 milestones. I should get over 3,000 stitches and I should get over 25%. So very excited about that. And oh, she looks so good, and part of me looks at it and goes, oh, 25%, but I feel like I've stitched half of her. But that skirt is pretty full coverage. It also has those big pumpkins down the bottom and the October 31 all filled in. So yeah, I know I've got quite a bit of stitching to go, but I'm really enjoying her. I just love her. How nice is she? So yeah, that was my first project. And then the second project I spun was my Halloween Quaker by Lila Studios. But I don't feel I can talk about that until I've talked about my day yesterday, because they are so closely intertwined. So if you watched my video yesterday, you will know that I was so lucky and was able to have a garden, crafty, stitchy, a bit knitty day with a friend, Akiza, who actually I did meet through the YouTube comments. So isn't it amazing how you can connect? And she was so kind, and in the past had given me the fabric for Halloween Quaker by Lila Studio. And because we knew that we were going to meet up yesterday, we decided that instead of me spinning my wheel, we would start it together, and that's what we did. So now I'm just going to do a quick run through and take you through my day yesterday, because it's all so closely intertwined. I feel like I just can't pick out a part of it. So we had decided to go to the Lura garden festivals together. So we met in the morning at Lura train station, and as luck would have it, Lura also has a wool shop. And Lura is a town in the Blue Mountains. It's in the upper Blue Mountains and is known to have beautiful gardens. So we went to visit the House of Wool at Lura first, and oh my gosh, it is small, but gosh, that room is absolutely packed with wool. And just the colour, it was so beautiful, a really joyous assault on the eyes. And of course we couldn't walk away empty-handed, so this is part of another plan we have. So on October the 13th, Akiza and I are planning to start the Ghost socks. They are from the Colourwork Cuff Club by Colourwork Cluff Club 1. So it was not this year's, last year's, by Summer Lee, and I'll pop a picture of them up. And so we had a chat, and yep, Halloween, we'd love to start these socks together. So I had to get yarn for that, didn't I? So this was my first. The House of Wool, and I just love the pink colour in the picture, so I had to get matching. So this is called Icy Pink. It is hand dyed by the House of Wool, the shop we went to in the Blue Mountains. It is 4-ply sock yarn, and it is 75% wool, 25% nylon. And look at that colour. Isn't it gorgeous and vibrant? Oh, I just love it, and thought it'd be perfect to have cute little ghosties and be part of my pink Halloween. So that was my excitement. I also purchased some other stuff. So I purchased this, and this is wound, and we will talk about this at the end in relation to my Stephen West MCAL, because of course that's all changed again. I got some needles to start my ghosty sock because I have a feeling I'll have more than one sock on the go soon. And I also got, isn't it cute? It's a little sock stitch marker. It was just so adorable. Yeah, I just had to buy it. It was so cute. So that was the start to our day, which was a pretty lovely start, if I say so myself. Oh, and if anyone would like to join us with the ghosty socks, yeah, you're more than welcome. We're planning to start 13th of October. A nice spooky day. I mean, it is the 13th, a Monday, but you can't have everything. 13 is still a lovely Halloween number. So Akiza got some beautiful yarn as well. So I think we both were very happy. And then we went off to see the beautiful Lura gardens. So we went to see 3 gardens in Lura, and I'll put some videos in of what we saw. So the gardens in Lura are more the traditional mountains gardens. They're cold climate gardens. They have maples, they have rhododendrons, they have azaleas all in bloom. They have bluebells out at the moment. They have wonderful pots of tulips. So yeah, I'll put some footage in now so you can see. They were just stunning and so nice to go look at. We're so lucky. It is, isn't it? Okay, so after that, we'd done a lot of walking and we were a bit hungry, so we decided to go for lunch, and we went to the Conservation Hut at Wentworth Falls, which is this wonderful cafe that has this amazing view. I'll put in some pictures of it. It is incredible, and it was also right near, so 2 of the gardens from the Lura Garden Festival were in Wentworth Falls, so we thought, well, we'll have lunch in Wentworth Falls and then we'll go to those gardens afterwards. So it was a wonderful lunch. It was yummy. We had a great view, and we had lots and lots of crafty chatter, which is always fun. And Akiza was so kind, and she gave me some gifts, some stitchy kindness, and I gave her, I showed you yesterday in my video the knitting drawstring bag I made her, and actually she was wearing pink and the bag I made was pink, so I was so pleased. It was like a perfect match. I'll get a screenshot from yesterday's video and pop it in because I forgot to take a separate photo. And actually, on that note, Akiza had realised that I said I hadn't taken a photo of the fabric I gave her either, so she brought that and I took a photo of that, so I'll put that in as well. So I'd given her some 36 count beautiful mauve linen that I'd hand dyed the last time I saw her. So isn't it such a nice colour? And then the stitchy kindness she gave me, it was just so thoughtful. She gave me a bead mat, which, yeah, lovely sticky surface, and I will definitely be using, not only for Cordelia, my Bella Filipina, but we've made some prospective stitchy plans, which I will talk about in a minute. So there definitely will be more beaded projects in the future. She gave me these thread hoppers for counting. Isn't that cool? And it's going to be so, so useful, especially for the 40 count linen Quaker I started. So thank you so much, Akiza. Yeah, I'll definitely be using them. She gave me some of this absolutely beautiful silk from Silks For You that I just can't wait to use. Look at that. It's one colour that goes from the blue to the orange. It is so pretty, and it is Silks For You PR180. So, oh, thank you. It is just the most amazing colours. I can't believe they got that variegation in one skein. Like, unbelievable. And then these are just the cutest thing ever. She gave me. So these are from the Market's Wanissa, and look, another stitch mount marker. Isn't it gorgeous? Skein of wool and the cutest needle threader you've ever seen. I'll put it. Look at it. A little kitty. Oh, how appropriate is that? I know I have to hide that one from the kids because they just think it is so gorgeous. But yeah, I'll be threading my needles with my little kitty. And then she gave me this and she's like, oh, what do you think it is? And I had no idea. I'm like, well, maybe a highlighter, but look, they're scissors. Isn't that the niftiest thing ever? I mean, yes, so yes, you take that off and snip, and I'm like, oh wow, they're just so cute with the kitty theme. And then last and definitely not least, she gave me some bobbins. And these are to be used for my full coverages. So when I do park threads, I can, here we go, unsnap them, wind the threads around, and then snap them back up to keep all my threads safe. And she gave me a small and a large. So wow, thank you so much, Akiza. That was just such lovely, such thoughtful, such generous stitchy kindness. And yeah, I appreciate it so much. So oh, it was just such a nice lunch. And then after that we went to our Wentworth Falls gardens. So Wentworth Falls is a little bit lower down than Lura, but still as beautiful. The gardens are a little bit different. They're not as cold climate, so I'll put some footage in of one we went to. Still had some beautiful maples and rhododendrons, but a lot bigger mix of plants, more perennial beds. This one had like a rainforest section and a Japanese garden section. It was just amazing. So I'll put some footage in of that one. And then we were so lucky because that last garden we went to at Wentworth Falls was actually on the back of Wentworth Falls Lake, and that is an amazing park. And it was such a beautiful day. It was that blue sky, mid 20 degrees weather. We decided we were going to start our Halloween Quakers at the park. So we walked along the lake and we found a bench, and yeah, I'll put in a video of where we started our Halloween Quakers because it was just perfect. I think I have to go back and start a lot more projects there, but at the same time, having a friend there who's stitching it and starting it at the same time as you makes it just so special. So yeah, so we began our 40 count linen on Halloween Quaker, and luckily it was a bright light day. I did end up putting my linen in a Q-snap when I was outside because it was a bit windy by the water, and it was it is harder to see. I will admit that 40 count linen, definitely harder to see. So I put in a Q-snap and we started and we did our first little motif together. So I'll put pictures in. It was so exciting and so nice to start a project together. We're both using 40 count Murky linen from Picture This Plus, and Akiza's amazing needle minder is from JK's Needle Craft Supplies, an online shop in Australia. So I'll link that below, and yeah, I might have to go on and buy some more wow needle minders, I think, because I was just in love. It was so beautiful. And then while we were sitting there, we got chatting about lots of stitchy projects, as you do. It's so nice to chat and stitch. So the first one we talked about was previously Akiza had asked me, was I interested in doing a Chatalaine at any point? And I'm like, I'm pretty intimidated, but there is one that I think looks amazing, and it is the Polar Mandala. And she replied and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm kitting that one up. That's my favorite too. So she gave me a good look at the pattern because she had it there, and I'll pop a picture of it up. Isn't it incredible? I'm starting to think I have a real thing for Arctic animals and auroras because it is so beautiful. So she also gave me the list because she has just finished kitting it up. So they are all the DMC, and then more DMC. There is Karen Waterlily Silks, Karen Impressions, Dinky Dye Silks, Dinky Dye Silk Pearl, Gloriana Silks, Gloriana Florimel, Gloriana Luminescence, Gloriana Princess Pearl Petite, Rainbow Gallery Petite Treasure Braid, Rainbow Gallery Petite Lame Braid, Delica Beads, Bugle Beads, Swarovski Cubes, Swarovski Crystals, and the Swarovski crystals come in cubes, bicones, rounds, and flowers. Wow. And then the fabric. Oh my gosh. So I said, wow. So I think maybe this would be something I'd look at doing for next year for my birthday. Or maybe 2027 New Year. We'll see how long it'll take me to kit up something like this, because wow, that is an awful lot to collect, but you look at the finished result, it's amazing. And I guess it's an heirloom that you pass down, and luckily I do have some kids who absolutely adore Arctic animals too. So wow, let me know if you ever started a Chatalaine or you're working on one now, because yeah, it looks amazing and very exciting. I am fully aware that I have to finish Cordelia, my Bella Filipina, first, and I feel like I had some new motivation to get on her and get her done. I'm actually thinking of pulling her out today and getting some work on her. Akiza also showed me her lovely collection of Nora Corbott Pixies, and yes, she is starting one of them, and I'm definitely feeling the pull. She had a really beautiful pattern, Minerva. I'll put a picture of her up in the green, and oh, her colours were just stunning. So another reason to try and get my fancy lady Cordelia further along, because I thought, ooh, there's other projects I think I need to start, these beautiful ladies with the beads and the threads. Oh my gosh. And we also discussed Bella Filipina's, so Greta Goldbroom. Akiza's actually started her, and she is just so lovely. Yeah. And we also talked about in the future Bellatrix, who, oh, look at her with the black cat. Oh my gosh. And she is such an elegant, sophisticated looking witch. Yeah, I just love her. And then I couldn't remember this name yesterday, Akiza, but you have to let me know what you think of Black Magic Academy, Belinda Botanica. I'll pop a picture of her up because I think she's a really lovely Bella Filipina witch too. Yeah, just look at her with all her pumpkins and potions and plants and growing them. Yeah, I just love that nature witch feel. So yeah, it was really fun. It's so nice, as you know, when you meet a fellow stitcher, like just chatting about all the fun projects, and they actually get what you're talking about. They have that deeper knowledge of the craft. So no, it was really lovely and really inspiring. And then the other one Akiza had done, which I think I may have to add to my list and do, is Assembly Required by Inkcircles. I'll pop a picture of that one up. So I've never done an Inkcircles, but how amazing and spooky is this one? Yeah, after seeing Akiza's, I was almost ready to go and start last night, although I would have to get some sulky thread for it. But I was good. When I came home, I continued to work on my Halloween Quaker. So let me finally get it and show you now, because that was quite a long intro to my second project, wasn't it? So last night, now I have to say about 40 count first, I cannot believe that these stitches are mine. They are so delicate and they are so tiny. Like, I feel like every time I step back and look at it, it's a bit like, did little fairies or little pixies come and stitch for me? Yeah, it is so tiny, so petite, but so cute. So this is where I got to. Oh, sorry, I got a loose thread. I'll just pull it through. There we go. Definitely have to zoom in for that one. Isn't it sweet? Now, I have found that with 40 count linen at home at night, when I guess the light isn't that good, I do have to stitch using a magnifier. Maybe that's because the fabric's quite dark too. But once I do that, it is quite nice to stitch. Every time I pull it out of the magnifier, I'm still absolutely stunned by how tiny those stitches are. I mean, I guess there's my hand for comparison. But they are so gorgeous, so delicate. I think this is going to look amazing. I have changed my colours a bit because Akiza had the called for threads, so I was able to match some colours. So far I've used 310 black, and I'm now stitching the first motif in Weeks Dye Works Coal, because that looked nearly identical to classic Colourworks Black Coffee. So originally that was going to be my Blackbird, but now it's not. It's going to be my Black Coffee. And as I stitch more, I will go through and I think change them a bit, because the colours were a little bit different to what I thought they'd be. Especially, for example, Smoke was much more blue than grey. So I have changed that to Cottage Garden Threads Embers. So yes, I will be making some changes, but that's okay. It was just amazing to see the real threads and see the colours, because I think you can look and try and match threads on a screen, but it's not the same, is it, to actually seeing it in real life. So yeah, I was very excited. I have on this done 178 stitches, so not as much as usual. I guess I do stitch a bit slower, but that's okay. I think it is so beautiful and so petite. It is, and I'm using one strand. Yeah, I am feeling the pull now to smaller counts. I mean, after trying that, I was like, oh wow, yeah, I can see the attraction. They are beautiful, but then having to use a magnifier when I stitch, it also limits when I can stitch on it as well. So I guess I have to balance both. You have to let me know. 40 count, do you usually use a magnifier? Yeah, I'm just curious, or is it just, I don't know. I need to go get my eyes checked maybe. I'm not sure. So that was 178 out of 18,005 stitches. I should have stitched one more stitch, because I realised this morning that I'm actually at 0.99%. So one more stitch, I would have been at 1%. But oh well, that is close. And yeah, really, really excited to have finally started this. It was just the perfect day to start it with a really, really kind friend after the lake. I think it was after 3, so I did have to get back. I had been very, very lucky that day, and my husband Alex had looked after the kids, so that was very nice of him, so I could go out and have my stitchy lovely day with Akiza. So she went back down to Sydney on the train, and I went home, and yeah, it was just a beautiful, perfect day. So thank you so much, Akiza, to reaching out to me, and yeah, us having that amazing day. I just can't get over it. I think stitchers are definitely the nicest people. maybe that's, yeah, maybe nice people are drawn to stitching, I don't know. But definitely they're connected, niceness and stitching. Anyway, so that was what I worked on yesterday. in regards to stitching. Let me get my wheel and I will spin it and we will see what I will be working on tonight, which it will definitely not be as glamorous a start as yesterday, but hey. A special day every once in a while, I think it just makes you appreciate it more, doesn't it? Okay, so I've got my wheel. Let's see what I'll be stitching on tonight. Oh, Witchy Kittens! Oh, I'm so excited. I love this piece. Give me a sec, I'll just go get it. Okay, so I spun Witchy Kittens. The artwork's by Alba, and this is charted by Unconventional X Stitch, and this actually was my October 1st start. So yeah, I'm really excited to have spun it again. Here is where I got up to, so that was one night of stitching. I had done 432 stitches out of 89,700 and I was up to 0.48%. So this is on 25 count, easy grid. I am doing 2/1 tent stitch. And as you see, I got some park threads. I can use those bobbins that Akiza gave me. Thanks, Akiza. Now this is, I guess, kind of the equivalent to a mini full coverage. It is 300 by 299, and at 89,700 stitches, I think my mini Witchwood Express is 85,000, so it is a smaller full coverage. Not that I'll have it done anytime soon, but I'd really like to keep stitching that leaf and yeah, maybe get to the top of the steam and the magic from the potions, or maybe Kitten's paw. I don't know, but yeah, excited to get back to this. So another lovely night of stitching ahead. My Stitch Witch and Stitchy Kittens. Witchy Kittens, sorry. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so that is it for my cross stitch today. I am just going to get my knitting project. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I have got, and you've guessed it, my Stephen West Musical MCal. And okay, so let's cut straight to the chase. I have finished one full scallop. So here we go. Isn't it amazing? I wish I had a better way to show it. Does it look better on a board? Maybe. I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the colours, and as you notice, I didn't rip back and I didn't restart for two reasons. So one, I had a call from my mum yesterday, a phone call, and she's like, Adelaide, I love the blue, keep the blue. And I'm like, okay mum, I will keep the blue. She's like, the blue looks fantastic. So then I realised that the pinky purple colour I had, the speckle that I had there, if I was going to keep the blue, I just didn't think it fitted in with that well. So luckily, I had gone and I had bought this from the House of Wool yesterday. It was my second sock yarn skein. This is Prestige Yarns, Fiori Sock Yarn, Mermaid Waters. And oh, my husband wound this one. I know when he winds it because he puts the tags in the middle so I don't lose them. So Fiori Sock Hand Dyed. It is 80% merino, 20% nylon, and Mermaid Waters is the colour. And I think it's funny, I bought this originally because I just love the colours and it had mermaid in the name, so you know my daughter. I thought, oh well, she's going to absolutely go mad for socks out of this. But yeah, it's not actually getting to her, it's staying with my MCal. So now I have the blue. I have, so that would be colour A. Colour B is this combination. My greens. Colour C is that one. Oh, picking everything up same time. And then colour D is this variegated, which I think fits in really well and brings the colours together. So finally I have decided on my colour combination. I have completed one scallop. I went back, undid it, so I undid that mistake and redid it last night. So that was good, and now I'm hoping it will move a bit quicker. Now I've got my colour organised, and it is more scallops this first part. There's quite a few built on each other, so hopefully I've kind of learnt the stitch pattern now through all the re-knitting I've done. And I'm on my way. So yes, that is my resolution at the moment that I am really happy about. Okay, well that is it for me today. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you for all your kind comments and your support. I appreciate it so much. Let me know if you stitched or you're thinking about stitching any of the projects or patterns that I mentioned today, because yeah, I think I've gone through quite a lot, haven't I? But that's okay, that's part of the fun. Alright, well I will see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Take care everyone and happy stitching. Bye!